Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is David Hanlon, aka the Laptop Legend, and in today's video I want to be talking about the stocks that you guys need to be watching for tomorrow. And if you saw my video last night, hopefully you were able to make some money today. I had a pretty decent day. I finished 6,700 something profit. But the thing I'm most mad about is really piking this one amazing breaking news play that I called out in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord yet, definitely check out the link in the description below. I call out all these breaking news plays. This one, it went up about, I think like over 200% from where I first got in, but I sold way too early because I'm really not good at trading sub-penny stocks. But I'll get into that in a little bit later. So I think that's pretty much it for this intro. Just remember to like this video, leave a comment if you find these helpful and you want to let me know. I really do appreciate it. I do read all the comments and I try to respond to all of them as well. So leave a comment, I'll probably respond to it. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in my laptop. All right guys, so I'm here on my computer and this is the chart for PSRU, and this was the play of the day that I absolutely butchered. So they put out some news right around here, and it was some NFT news. I can pull it up and read it really quickly. But essentially they acquired, let's see what it says. Valiant Eagle Inc.'s Fungi Marketplace announces groundbreaking NFT content agreement with Cinevision Global. And you know, they put the key, I guess, wording of $4 billion in there. This could be valued as around $4 billion if it's as successful as we anticipate. And someone in our Discord noted, I think it was Senor Boston, so shout out to you, my man. But a lot of times when we get these stocks that put that word billion in the press release, they have a lot more strength and momentum than you originally anticipate. And this happened with a lot of different stocks. This happened with WSRC, this happened with LCLP, this happened with this one, this happened with NSAV, and that's just kind of four that I'm naming off the top of my head. So this one, again, you know, we got the news that came out right here. I called it out as soon as it came out. I called it out in the Discord, live on the voice chat, and I think a lot of us got some pretty good entries. I bought on this literally right here. I started buying at 00335. I got 20,000 shares there. Then I got some more shares. I'm not even sure where. I got another 100,000 shares somewhere in there, and then I started buying more. I ended up selling way too soon. I sold pretty much all of them right here before this massive rip. And my mistake, you know, obviously you never know if it's gonna spike and then keep going, or spike and dump off of that. I probably should have taken the time to read the PR, because I would have been probably a little more aggressive in holding it, because I was a little spooked on this play at first, because if you go here, it had a day here where there was some news and it spiked up big, but it dumped hard. It dumped hard. I think it might have gapped up. Yeah, so gapped up, had a big spike, and then finished hard down. So it was a little bit iffy in terms of, I guess, its history of spiking and holding gains. So I was a little bit hesitant to stay in that long term. But the overall chart was really nicely beaten down. And when you get, again, when you get charts that are really beaten down and you get big news that comes out with the word billion in the press release, it's just a recipe for huge continued spikes. So I'm gonna be more careful in the future about, you know, reading the PRs. You know, maybe I buy and then sell, but I go and read again so I can still get in early and, you know, keep my good entry and be patient on it, because these are just epic plays. And, you know, if you missed getting in here, the best entry was right here. And I just, for those of you guys who aren't into technical analysis, I mean, this was just literally a perfect wedge right here. Just absolutely perfect wedge right here, complete volume washout. And then, you know, that proves that the sellers are pretty much done there, and it perks up over that and then just goes another 100% from there. So if you missed the initial great entry, that was the next best entry right there. There was a big seller on the ask in this like 75, 73 area, but it broke out past him and never looked back. I mean, it just never ever made a lower low. You know, it was just epic, man. So these are those plays that I really gotta work on. And part of it is because it is a sub-penny stock, and those ones I really struggle to be patient with, because the level 2 can look really heavy at times. But it doesn't matter overall on the day. So, you know, anytime where it pulls back here, the level 2 looks heavy, but it can just bounce right back up, which is why it can be a little tough for me. But that's something that I'm working on. So this was the great play today. And with news like that and a chart like this, honestly, it could see a continued run tomorrow. So this is one that I'm definitely going to be having on watch. Oh, shoot, I want to get rid of that. I'm definitely going to have this on watch, but just keep in mind that it does have a history of kind of dying after the first day run, so don't be too aggressive. Don't turn into a bag holder on this. Cut your losses, and you know, that's pretty much it. So this was a great play today. We had another breaking news play. I actually, for whatever reason, did not catch the news when it came out. I'm not sure why I didn't get alerted for it, but it came out here, and I only saw it like around here. It came up on my scanners, actually. I ended up getting in here and making a good amount of money on this. You know, it was pretty nice, man. And then MDMP, it dumped like it always does, and then kind of just went sideways. So that was decent consolidation. Potentially goes for another run higher, but that was a pretty big pullback, so I'm not too excited about this one. But this chart, again, guys, you go look at the 1 year chart. I made a ton of money on this first run. It went from 2 cents to 94 cents in 2 days, and has had many subsequent pumps since then, and just super great basing action on the chart. I mean, it's just really nice. You know, it just fades down. There's nothing. You get some news and it spikes up huge. So I really like those types of plays, and you know, there's a lot that I can name probably off the top of my head that you guys should be watching, because they're probably gonna have some news at some point in the next couple of months, maybe a couple of weeks, and they're probably gonna see a nice 50 to 100% spike off of that. So if you're prepared for it, you know, maybe you wanna buy some shares before. I personally will probably just wait until the news comes out, so I don't, you know, have a bunch of bags that are slowly bleeding off in my account, because I need that buying power. But, you know, that's just how I personally like to play it. But I really like WSRC's chart, guys. I really like this. And this is a chart that they put out some new news. I would not be surprised, because they love pumping this thing. They put out anything. They put out even a tweet that says, news coming soon. And this chart is beaten down enough that it would not be hard for this thing to spike 50% from here, or even 100% from here, you know, from 6s to 13s. I mean, it would not be hard. It really would not be hard, especially if there's some big news. You know, they say something that they found something incredible in their mining. I don't even know what they really do. Something like that. Yeah, I'm just not going to get into that. I don't believe any of these companies personally, but this is a really nice chart, and I like it. So that's you know, why I'm keeping it on my radar, and I will be, I'm sure, buying this breaking news, and I'm sure making money on it. So just be ready for it when it comes out, guys. We have a lot of other ones. AABB is a previous runner, and it's got some really nice basing action here, guys. Like, really nice. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this chart. So I think supposedly their new, whatever it is, their new platform, cryptocurrency platform, is supposed to be coming out soon. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure there's some updates that are pending for this thing, though. I think I've heard some people talking about that. And, you know, when they PR them, it probably will see a nice run. And it's beaten down enough that it wouldn't be that hard for this thing to, you know, break 15 and go to 20. That's almost 100% from here. Would it go higher than that? I kind of doubt it, but it could. You know, it could get up here. So this thing is just another one that you want to watch. ENZC, guys, this is another one. You see this nice basing action. It's not hard for it to get some momentum and really spike up. So if you're getting, you know, in at a good price point, I wouldn't probably get in after a big green candle day there. But, you know, it's a nice chart, guys. I really like these charts, and we got a lot of them. So keep an eye out for these, and just be ready, guys. I'll call them out in the Discord as always. You know, if there's ever news for these. So if you don't have the time, or you don't know where to find the news for these, you know, I'm a great option for that. The one that I actually do want to mention today is PGLO, and this is one that I mentioned yesterday as a potential continuation. I really didn't think it would have that much gas. I even said in the video yesterday, you know, some people probably think this is the next Apple, and you know, they're going to be sorely disappointed. But this thing actually had a really nice rip it open. So I mean, you can see I called it out right here, and I said potentially continuation tomorrow, because it did close strong, but I kind of doubt it. Yet here we go, and it went from what, from 6.7 all the way up to, I mean, that was another 100% spike off of that. I mean, that was pretty incredible. I made some nice money on that. I hope you guys did too. And then it dumped and went red on the day. Just insane. And then it had a nice bounce, and I kind of screwed myself right there. I bought for this breakout of 8 cents, and it immediately rejected, and they dumped. They pulled the bids. I ended up cutting for a loss, and then it spiked all the way up almost to 12 cents. So that would have been a nice gain, several $100s that I left on the table, and I lost some money instead of making that. So that always stinks. But a lot of times, you know, we'll get a nice bounce out of these stocks when they run up this hard, and then they pull back this hard. Typically, from the bottom, there can be a nice bounce. And I mean, this was it dipped to 5 and it ran up almost to 12. That's over a 100% bounce intraday, guys. I mean, if you're trading, I don't know, if you're trading Microsoft, where are you getting 100% bounce that quick. I mean, you're just not. So that's why I like stocks like this. There's a lot of volatility and a lot of room to profit if you stay disciplined and stick to your rules, man. So I really like these plays. Now, ILUS, I gotta talk about this one. This kind of did somewhat what I expected here. But it was a little bit weird. It was kind of a choppy day. So you can see based on this candle, like it went a tiny bit higher at one point, and it did have a nice panic. But like if I go in the intraday chart, actually let me get 2 days here, just so you can see a little bit better. So I mean, it was weird. That's a misprint, by the way, guys. That's not a real print. But if you see, you know, it had a nice spike this day, and then kind of sold off in the close. It had a big morning panic, and then just had a massive bounce. But then just started feeling weaker and weaker and weaker. You can kind of see it's like kind of like a rainbow, and a lot of times when you get a chart like that, that's how they end up topping off. So like the chart was accelerating, and then it's kind of like slowing down. You know, each subsequent higher high is less high, and it's like this, and eventually like comes back down. So I think that's how DPLS started its massive panic before, and I'm not sure if I still have that intraday chart. If you could see, if I go to DPLS. On the 1 year, I'm pretty sure on this day that's what it looked like, and potentially on this day as well. I'm not sure, but you know that it's very normal for a stock to look like that before it goes into a big panic. So I was kind of expecting to see a bigger panic today on ILUS, but you know it actually finished. It looked like pretty nice. You know, this is actually a really nice chart. It had really nice consolidation. And you know, I was a fan of this, man. Consolidating above that breakout level of 19, like it was looking really nice. But then it just sold off hard into close. I was long a little bit. I had to cut it. I ended up shorting a little bit as well, and then I covered down here. And then you know, it just kind of closed ugly. So at this point, I'm not sure what it does. I'm really not sure what it does, guys. If I had to guess, I feel like it wants a red day, because I mean that was another green day, and it feels like there's a lot of resistance around that, you know, 20-cent area. It feels like there's a lot of resistance there. So I'd be surprised if this continues, but I mean, you know, it could always be really strong tomorrow. I mean, it could spike right at open, just rip past 20 and, you know, go straight and then grind up all day again. So, you know, you got to be prepared for whatever happens. I personally am expecting a panic on this tomorrow morning, but you never know. I'll probably be looking to short it. If it looks like it's panicking, I will short the panic. I will cover at the bottom. I will dip buy it. I will long it. I will short the bounce. I will ride it out. I will dip buy again. I'll do whatever, man. And there's a lot of opportunities on this if you're ready for it. You know, that's why I love OTC runners. There's a lot of opportunities, both long and short. There's just a lot of ways to make money. So hopefully you guys will be prepared for whatever happens. Don't be too biased one way or another, man. It is up a long way. You know, it's up from 4 to 20. In a couple of weeks. So if you're holding long term and you haven't locked in any gains yet, potentially consider locking in some gains. And you know, you can always buy back more near support, or you know, after there's a panic and it consolidates and goes for another leg higher and more news comes out. You know, you don't have to blindly hold. Locking in profits is always a good idea. So I just want to say that. And I guess the one other nice play today was AVVH. That did have a nice breaking news play. I still like this chart. Again, that basing action, guys, is super nice. I really like that basing action. And today there was some news that came out right here. Spread was kind of ugly, but I bought 200,000 shares at 4 cents. That was a pretty nice gain, man. It was an immediate spike out as soon as that news came out. There was a tweet that they approved I guess the share updates or whatever. So the share cancellation got approved and should come out at some point this week. It'll probably spike when that happens as well. So you know, it's an exciting time, guys. Obviously I was scalping my favorite scalping stock all day long, like I always do. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Maybe there was something else, but that's pretty much it. So, you know, keep an eye on these stocks, guys. And as always, I'll call out any breaking news plays. It's impossible for me to tell you guys in a video the night before what is going to come out with news, but if you're ready for these plays and you respond as soon as it happens, you can make some really nice profits. So I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, you know the drill. Let's grow better together. Bebé, dime por qué te mientes. No puedes esconder todo lo que tú por mí sientes.